kindergarten friends and family. Today I'm going to be bringing to you some different mindfulness games that you can do at home. The purpose for mindfulness games is they help children to learn by focusing skills, so focusing on a direction, also bringing body awareness to what's going on within themselves, and how to calm down. So these activities were taken off of a website called www.positivepsychology.com/mindfulness for kids. So the first activity that I'm bringing to you today is balance on one foot. And as easy as it seems, not so much. It takes a lot of concentration. Okay? This game is used to develop body awareness, and it can be used for times of boredom. So an example could be if you were standing in line somewhere, whether it be the grocery store or you were doing something else and your child had to wait, was getting a little antsy. You could have them try this activity and see if it helps them to refocus. It takes their mind off of the current situation and brings them into a state of awareness with their own body. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to ask your child to look or to focus on a point at eye level. So in the classroom, it makes me think of when we're doing our yoga and we're doing the tree pose. So they have that one leg that's standing, then they have that foot, the other foot is going to go into 3 different poses depending upon your child's ability level. So they can take the sole of or the bottom of their foot and they can rest it on their other foot. That's the first level. The second level is to bring that foot on, have it rest on the standing leg, okay? All right, so that's the second level. The third and the hardest level is to bring that bottom of the foot and have it resting on the thigh, the inner part of the thigh, okay? And as you go through those stages, you can also change your hands. So this would be the easiest. Then you'll go up, and then you could bring it up to the top so that really just your focus and your gaze and that concentration is all placed on your feet and the stillness of your body and concentrating. Okay, if you want to make, after you switch, you can switch from one leg to the next, okay? And then what you can do to make it more challenging is to try to engage your child in a conversation. So kind of taking their awareness off of what their body's doing and bringing it to something else. So it makes it a little bit harder for them to keep that attention and focus on their body. And also you could have them sing a song with their eyes closed. So again, taking away that visual point is definitely increasing that the body's ability to concentrate and to be able to stay on that one foot. All right. And again, you can remind your child to use the mindful breathing techniques that we've worked on in past sessions to help with that focus and concentration. So that's the first activity, balancing on one foot. Okay. The second activity that I'm going to bring to you today is a game that we all know from our own childhood and one that we still play with the kids in the classroom at different times. It's a nice transitional activity when you have that few minutes waiting for something to happen, a change in your schedule. It's called Simon Says. So the purpose of Simon Says is to focus on mindful listening skills. Okay, so your child is going to need to focus or pay attention to both the visual, so what is the body doing, as well as listening to those directions to either to act on them or not to. So again, you're working on that impulsivity, impulse control. See if they can take that whole direction in before they respond. So some examples would be the traditional Simon Says prompts. So Simon says, put your hands on your head. Simon says, touch your shoulders. And then you could say, touch your nose. But then you would say, oh, I didn't say Simon Says. So it would have them be mindful of listening for Simon Says before the directions given, so that they know that they're okay to respond to that. So as the kids get used to hearing Simon Says before the direction, it gets a little bit easier and familiar, and they'll be able to quickly pick up on the activity. You can also change it to some fun Simon Says directions. So something could be like, Simon says, flap your wings like a bird. Okay? Or Simon says, stomp your feet like an elephant. You can stomp your feet. And then the last one could be, waddle like a penguin, and see if they do it. All right? So those are just some fun variations of the game Simon Says. The last activity that I'm going to bring to you today, it's a fun one. It's something that we love to do outside. You can do it outside, inside. It's bubble blowing, bubble popping. Okay? So what I have here, and I couldn't get to the store to get the bubbles, so I have a homemade mixture of just soap and water. And so the purpose for this activity is so that you can do mindful breathing. So if your child is blowing the bubbles, they can have the mindful breathing happening. They can be aware of, if I blow really big, if I take a really big breath out, or if I exhale out really big, is it going to change the size of my bubble? The second way that we're going to talk about it today is changing that from bubble blowing to bubble popping. All right, so I'm going to take you through a couple of different ways that you can do each thing. So here I have my bubble mixture, okay? And I don't have a wand, so what the article suggests, and I thought it was a great idea, take different kitchen tools, okay? Here I have an apple core. So if I put the apple core in and it has the nice handles, I'm going to try and blow a bubble and see what happens. Okay, and you can do a little experiment, which items worked better than others. I found that the smaller the circle, sometimes the better the bubble. So becomes a little bit of a science experiment. Okay, all right. So I have cookie cutters. I have here, which is pretty cool. It's one of those jar openers. So it's got a large opening on one side and a smaller opening on the other side. So if I do, ooh, that was a good one. Let me try the other side. Ooh, I surprised myself. So far, this has been the best tool that I have, but you can go through what you have in your kitchen, okay? So you got to see a couple of different sizes of bubbles that I used. And then the other activity for the bubble popping, you can have your child lay on the floor, and instead of them doing the bubble blowing, you or a family member could also be blowing into the wand or tools, and have your child try to pop the bubble with just their pointer finger. So it's going to take a lot of focus, a lot of attention, and a calm body to be able to do that. So it's also working on those tracking skills like we use for reading. They have to track the bubble. Where is it? What direction is it going? So they have to follow it with their eyes. So there's a lot of skills in these different activities that I've brought to you today. I hope you've enjoyed them. I hope that you're able to do them over the time that we're out of school, whether you can try it inside and outside. Just take some time to here's my shirt, I can show it, to just breathe a little bit. And also I hope that these brought some light into your day. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you here next week. Bye.